Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rene Van Berkel from the United Nations Industrial Development Organization based in Delhi. I'm apologetic that I can't be with you here today, but I would like through this message to give you a little bit of a background on how we see quality in the context of inclusive and sustainable industrial development. So UNIDO is the United Nations Industrial Development Organization. We are the specialized agency that promotes inclusive and sustainable industrial development. So we talk about industrial development to address poverty eradication, to deal with globalization of trade, and to address also environment and energy concerns. So we talk today about quality, and often quality is defined as the kind of features of and characteristics of a product that bears its ability to satisfy the needs of the customer ultimately. We can say that the context that we discuss, sustainability, is almost like the quality features of development that we are aiming on for. So development that has then protected natural resources, climate, and for future generations, so that's the planet aspect, eliminated hunger and poverty, so that's the aspect of people, ensure prosperous and fulfilling lives for everybody in harmony with nature, so that's the prosperity agenda, and then creating peaceful and just societies, so that's the peace element, and then achieve solidarity and comparison, so that is the partnership approach. So we say that often that we're looking for the 5 P's of planet, people, prosperity, peace, and partnerships. So if we look at then specifically at the contribution of the manufacturing sector or industry, then SDG 9, Sustainable Development Goal 9, is centered around inclusive and sustainable industrial development. So we see that as advancing the economic competitiveness of the industry, ensuring environmental sustainability, and also sharing prosperity. This is quite a complicated language, but I would then often say this is like creating factories that are fit for the future, but that we needed basically yesterday. So that are factories that are productive and have a quality product that they can sell in the markets without assistance, and then also that they are observing environment and quality, environment and energy considerations, so that is part of their DNA, and that they are also creating decent jobs. So factories for the future that take care of people, the environment, and of the markets. So we can also see that in a quality perspective. So if let's say advancing economic prosperity, that deals then with basically 0 defects. Let's say the environment, and that's 0 effect, and then dealing with the people, that would be basically 0 harm. So we say zero defect, 0 effect, 0 harm. Giving you a little bit of a background of what the work that UNIDO is then doing in India. We have a long-term collaboration with ACMA, the Automotive Components Manufacturing Association. Over the past 3.5 years or so, we worked with about 152 MSME manufacturers in the automotive components sector around India. And with them we worked basically on the concept of introducing lean manufacturing, 5S, Kaizen management, very much linked to quality and productivity. So the combined annual savings of these companies were then just over 17 crore, which means about 11.5 lakhs per enterprise, or if you put it in dollars, that's about $18,000 per enterprise. And in the process, we also then improved employment satisfaction or employee satisfaction, so reduction of absenteeism by some 30%, and eliminated hazardous locations in the workplace to avoid serious accidents. Another example of the work that UNIDO has been doing is in Kanpur, with the leather sector, where we worked together with the leather industries in the 3 clusters which are part of the Kanpur region. And there we tried to, first of all, improve the knowledge of people. So we delivered training to and workshops, technical training to about 1,400 industry professionals in Kanpur area, and also created online learning modules on sustainable leather tanning, on occupational health and safety, and on production techniques and design of shoes and related leather products. In addition, we also introduced an 8 new environmental or appropriate technologies, so that included, for example, a hair-safe de-hairing process, which avoids up to 30-35% of the chemicals. And we looked at automating of water measurement and mixing in the tanks, which can save up to 20% of the water and chemicals. And we also introduced some, as a demonstration, how solar drying can be used for finished product, or solar hot water heating for producing some of the hot water which is needed in a tannery. As another example, and which comes actually close to the Northeast, is our work with energy efficiency and MSME clusters. We have two parallel initiatives totally reaching out to 22 MSME clusters. So one project is more focused on energy awareness and initial monitoring of energy use, and then helping different sectors to start moving on energy efficiency. So the dairy cluster in Sikkim is part of this project with the Bureau of Energy Efficiency. We've created an energy management cell. We provided them energy monitoring devices, and the locally trained staff is now going around to measure energy in the dairy sector and come up with recommendations for improvement. A comparable or complementary project rather is the work that we do on with Energy Efficiency Services Limited, which is focusing on replicable or common standardized energy efficient technologies for certain sectors. So we try to take out the risk for the entrepreneur of what is the right technology by standardizing the technology, and we aggregate demand so that somebody can buy at a lower price, and then we provide the technologies through an energy service contract with ESL. This project is just on the way, and the Guwahati and East Assam tea cluster is part of that project. Our work program moving forward is very much focused around 4 themes of productivity and resilience of micro and small industries, then finding solutions for climate, energy and resources, certainly then improving the inclusiveness and responsible business practices, and as a 4th area, kind of industrial policies for industrial transformations. We have, at the request of multiple stakeholders, we've included a special emphasis on the Northeast region, and we are trying to see get some traction around the topic of industries for Northeastern livelihoods. The basic idea is that we would like to see to build industries or manufacturing around the unique strengths of the Northeast, and then find opportunity. The unique strengths could be the people, the traditions, the resources, and find marketable products and connect this to markets. We have had a series of consultations already in an earlier stage with stakeholders in the Northeast, although not yet exhaustive, to look at maybe bamboo products, so we could then see as a product and handicrafts, but also as a feedstock for paper making, for bioethanol production, textiles, particularly silk and handloom sector, freshwater fisheries and aquaculture, maybe piggeries and meat processing, spices, organic food, and tourism, ecotourism and wellness tourism. So one of the examples which we are working on or trying to support is the use of bamboo as a prospective industrial sector. So as you all undoubtedly know, that bamboo is a fast-growing woody grass that's abundant in the Northeast, both in terms of the volume, the acreage that is available, as well as the diversity of species which are around. And it's a versatile material that can be, that's already been used in different areas. The 2017 rulings on eliminating or removing bamboo from the Forest Act actually allows much greater use of industrial use of bamboo at much easier way. So, but however, using bamboo in a bigger scale will ultimately then depend on access to the bamboo resource in the remote areas, access to product markets, and ensuring that also development impact that it benefits the community. So we are trying to promote this idea of creating a staged approach to bamboo. So if we take the bamboo whole, there are some components of it which might be nice pieces which could be used in handicrafts or in furniture, and there are some smaller pieces which are not so nice and which can be used as an industrial feedstock. So in that sense, we could basically have cascaded use of the bamboo resource and have multiple values coming out of this. This is the concept that we are trying to develop with Assam Biorefinery Limited, which is setting up a bioethanol refinery in near Guwahati. So that is one of the works that we're doing to try to build a cluster around this. We build first or create products, and then the leftover, the waste, is going to the bioethanol refinery. I would like to close perhaps here and say that of course we are talking about the sustainable development agenda that is providing more of a quality of development, so addressing the development challenges, and then also perhaps addressing the longer term challenges or transitions that are taking place in the industrial sector. So that could be the transition to digitalization, the Industry 4.0, but also in the environment domain that we see the transition to circular economy, that we see also transitions to more requests for responsible business conduct. So we have short-term challenges, which is basically creating livelihoods and economic opportunities, but on the other hand we have also the longer-term transitional initiatives like Industry 4.0, circular economy. We think though that quality is a good starting point, because quality is basically focusing on zeroing out defects, zeroing out effects, zeroing out harm, and this could be a really good starting point to leverage sustainable and inclusive industrial development. So thank you very much for your attention. It's indeed a pity I could not be here, but we certainly look forward to engaging with industries here in the Northeast to drive inclusive and sustainable development for better livelihoods in this part of India. Thank you very much.